How we doing, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Mash and Drum Whiskey Room. I am Jason C. Thanks for coming back. Want to give a quick thank you to everyone. My channel is about 2 more away from 100 subscribers. So if you know anyone that loves whiskey and bourbon reviews, please have them stop by my channel, subscribe, get me over the hump. Really appreciate it. It's been so much fun. So I have a really exciting episode today. A couple of cool bottles from a great story from a distillery in Indiana called Hotel Tango. But before we get into that, as always, let's get a closer look. All right, welcome back. Glad you got a closer look at the bottle. I found these bottles a few days ago, I think on Tuesday, and I got really excited. I read the back of it. I don't know if you saw in the photos in the back of the bottle, it says, proud to be the first disabled combat veteran-owned distillery in the United States. It really kind of piqued my interest. I was like, oh, that sounds really cool. So I did some research online and found out that Hotel Tango, which is a semi-new distillery, it opened in 2014 in Indiana, founded by Travis Barnes, who is a 3-time combat recon Marine war veteran who was injured in his last tour to Iraq. He originally went to law school in hopes of becoming a lawyer. He met a bunch of other law students there, including his wife, Hillary. So Hillary and Travis kind of had this idea, and with their friends from law school, they got into distilling and decided to open this distillery in Indiana in 2014. So what was really awesome that I found is that, so the name Hotel Tango, it reflects Travis's military roots. So it's using the NATO phonetic alphabet. So hotel is for Hillary and Tango is for Travis. So, you know, for their initials. And they make a bunch of other spirits at the distillery as well. And those spirits have the same, that phonetic alphabet, those phonetic alphabet names as well, which is really cool. So they have the Victor Vodka, the Golf Gin, Mike Moonshine, and etc. The only one they didn't have to change was whiskey, because W in the NATO phonetic alphabet is actually whiskey. So it was really cool. But what's really cool is Hotel Tango is not the only first craft distillery in Indiana, but it's the first disabled combat veteran-owned distillery in the entire country. So cheers to that. So I initially had just picked up this bottle, and then when I went back, they had this one there as well. So I grabbed both, so I figured we can do both and get into it, and let's see how these taste. So it's time to get into it. We're gonna start with the whiskey first. So here we go, everybody. So from reading, I believe it's a 4-grain whiskey. Rye and corn atop wheat and barley. This is 90 proof. On the back, which is really cool, is they give some really nice, some pretty cool transparency. This is aged 1 year and 4 months. This is batch number 4, bottle number 669, aged in oak barrels. So let's check it out. Nice little cork here. Ooh, nice little pop. All right. The generous pour, especially for this stuff. I'm very excited. So let's get into the nose here, everybody. So there is you actually get a pretty good char note on here. The alcohol isn't too heavy. Being 90 proof, it's definitely got a really nice vanilla note. You really smell the corn coming through too. It really has a nice corn sweetness. mean, the nose is just, it's all caramel corn. It smells more like a bourbon than just a whiskey, but it is kind of a bourbon mash. Yeah, just a nice, sweet, good nose. I like it. See if I can get any other flavors out of here. There's a slight, little tiny hint of kind of a light fruit in there. Apricot, peach. Really good. The alcohol isn't too heavy. It's just it's a really nice, sweet nose. All right. So we're gonna go in for this one and cheers to the veterans and for Hotel Tango. Here we go. That's really good. It's got a lot of, it's a little bit of a kind of a nutty finish on the end, but it's really fruit forward, really sweet. I'm gonna grab that second sip that I love to do, so. It's vanilla cream with a little ending of apricot and peach. It's almost like peach pie with whipped cream. It's very sweet, very easy, really delicious. This reminds me a slight bit of the Michter's American, which I love. But this has a really nice balance of flavors. Wow. I mean, caramel corn. You get a hint of the rye in here because there's a tiny bit of that spice, that little rye note. It's really interesting. It's really good. But I mean, that sweetness on the end. It's not a super long finish. You're not going to get a super long finish out of this, it seems. It's got a short to medium. At 90 proof, it's not overwhelmingly hot at all. Really good though. This is a really nice whiskey. It's a nice, easy drinker. I mean, it's nothing overwhelming. It's nothing super. It doesn't have a lot of depth. It's really kind of fruit forward, a little bit sweet. You do get a tiny bit of char in there, but really it's just a really nice sipping whiskey. It's pretty delicious. Yeah, I would sip on this all day long. It's really good. Wow, very surprised. Cheers, this is great. I'm going for one more sip. Yeah, I mean, I can imagine this in just sipping neat like this. Probably really good in cocktails too. On their website, if you go to Hotel Tango, hoteltangowhiskey.com, they have a bunch of cocktails that they do at their distillery using their products, which look pretty awesome. Look like a really fun place to hang out. Wow, it's really good. And so I got this for, this was about 30 bucks. And for 30 bucks, I think this is well worth it. You're getting craft distillery product. You're getting the transparency on it, which is great. It's got great flavor. Man, they did a really nice job. Yeah, cheers to Hotel Tango. All right. All right, so now it is Hotel Tango bourbon time. So a little bit about this one. So let me go over a little bit of the transparency on the back of this bottle, which is so cool. So this is aged 8 years and 0 months, exactly 8 years, which I think is awesome. I love kind of that age right there, that 8. It's batch number 43, and this is bottle number 77. So on the website, this said it was just corn and wheat bourbon. So 51% corn, and the rest is refined with wheat. So I expect it to be on the sweeter side, a little bit easier to drink, but let's find out. Ooh, that pop was louder than the whiskey. It's fighting words. All right, here we go. All right, generous pour there. A little more, a little more. All right, now we're talking. All right. So like I said, aged 8 years, 0 months, batch number 43, bottle 77. Let's get into the nose. Here we go. Woo. So this is definitely a little bit more alcohol forward, but this has a really nice caramel butter note to it. Really good. And now you're getting that cherry in there. Really nice cherry. Perhaps a bit of black pepper in there. Nice sweet nose. I mean, really a lot of corn, caramel, but it's like that caramelized brown sugar, like and butter together. It's a really nice nose. All right. Yeah, just a really, really good nose. It's got a nice balance of the wood, the butter, the caramel. Got that hint of cherry to it, black pepper. The color on it it's pretty light. It's not too dark. It's got a nice, I would say just kind of honey color, light honey. Nice color on it for 8 years. All right, let's go in for the taste. Here we go. Wow, it's really buttery. That butter note that you get on the nose really matches the taste to me. Very buttery. A lot of almond in it. Let me go in for a second sip here. Wow, so I used to, so my grandparents had a fig tree outside of their house. And so in the summer when the figs would grow, I'd kind of run out there and pick figs, and my grandfather would get a little bit upset at me because I'd be picking all his figs, but they were delicious. This reminds me of a fresh fig right off the vine. Really, really good. And it's not subtle. I mean, it's kind of punching you in the face. It's got this caramel, butter forward note right here in the beginning of the palate. And then as it goes down, it is just fresh fig. That's crazy. And okay, so now I'm getting a slight bit of that char, kind of a smoky flavor right on the end. Wow, it's really good. Well, this one's surprising me. It's got a really different flavor profile to it. This is also 90 proof. I don't remember if I mentioned that. This is also 90 proof. So it's not too hot. I'm not getting a long burn. The finish, again, is kind of short to medium. Yeah, it's really good. So this bottle, when I picked it up, was about 50 bucks, which is generally what you pay for craft distillery bourbons. They're usually around 50 to sometimes 70, 80 bucks. But it's really good. You're getting an 8-year bourbon with a really good flavor profile. It's on the sweeter side, definitely. But it's really good. I'm really enjoying this, I gotta say. I would say if you guys see it, definitely pick it up. If not the bourbon, definitely try the whiskey. The whiskey it's really such an easy sipper. It's only about 30 bucks. If you like Michter's American, then you should definitely try this. This, on the other hand, definitely is, it has a really good flavor profile. If you like figs and butter and corn, a little bit of caramel, a little bit of char in the end, it's a really good bourbon. I'm really enjoying it. Yeah, that's good stuff. Hotel Tango. Nice job, guys. Awesome. All right, guys, well, thanks for coming by. A couple quick announcements before we go. My next review is going to be this guy right here, Nikka whiskey from the barrel. I am super excited. I've had a couple of Japanese whiskeys, which were pretty delicious. They were kind of mild to me, but I know this one is straight from the barrel, so I want to kind of taste those flavors and see if they really pop on this one. So I had a buddy of mine that was traveling overseas, grabbed this to the duty-free shop for me, and I'm gonna be reviewing it for you guys. My next blind mashup, what I wanna do, I don't know if you saw my, my Bottled and Bond one. If not, I'll put the link right here. Check that one out. But my next one I wanna do is these four. These are four of my favorite barrel-proof bourbons. You got Woodford Reserve Batch Proof, the Stag Junior, the Booker's. I reviewed this one as well. This is the Backyard Barbecue. And of course, Elijah Craig Barrel Proof, probably one of my all-time favorites right now. We're gonna be doing these blind and see which one comes out on top. And then this September, I am gonna be doing, yes, can you believe it? Scotch September, where I'm gonna start reviewing some scotches all September long to see how I do in kind of getting into scotch. I've had a few that I've liked, but I really want to kind of start my journey into scotch and see how that goes. So I'm going to be starting off with Monkey Shoulder and working my way through some other ones, eventually getting into the Macallans and the Speyside ones and see how that kind of flavor profile goes along. And I want you to kind of come along on my journey with me, so that'll be, that should be a lot of fun. So with that, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, please, and also follow me on Instagram, the Messenger on Instagram. Really looking forward to talking with you guys some more. Really appreciate it. And as I always say, it's not about the whiskey, it's about the people you share it with. Cheers, everybody.